Christians, it is important to understand the relationship between the Jews and the Samaritans when you read various passages in the scriptures that show this separation and this anxiety and this tension between the two cultures, the Samaritans and the Jews. But you find the start of the problem in the book of Ezra, chapter 4, beginning around verse 2. When you find that the Samaritans, after the Jews returned from Babylonian exile, the Samaritans offered to help fund and build a new temple in Jerusalem. Because by this time, the Samaritans had dropped off their polytheism and had become worshipers of Jehovah God the same way the Israelites did. They worshiped the same God and they worshiped the same. But when the Samaritans offered to help rebuild the temple, the Jews rebuffed the offer. And then that sort of got the ball rolling when the Jews refused the help. So then right around 400 BC, the Samaritans set out to build their own temple because they refused to go worship in Jerusalem after the Jews refused their help. So they built their own temple in 400 BC. And then in 128 BC, the Jews came and burned down the Samaritan temple. Then things got even worse between the two groups. So they have always been hostile. But it's crazy that the hostility existed even though the two groups believed and worshiped the same God. Just goes to show you that even amongst people who agree, you will find reasons to cause differences and to develop hostilities and really sacrifice the beauty and the blessedness of communion together if you can set aside all these things. The Jews were proud and would not accept the help of the Samaritans, and the Samaritans would not accept the fact that the Jews wouldn't accept their help. It was just a crazy situation. But this is the backdrop of the hostilities between the Jews and Samaritans in a very brief and summary format.